Greetings, folks. This is Tim. Welcome to another Sunday model cars, or not, and beverage. Today's beverage is a vanilla hard latte. Cheers. So, what we've got today, I'll get the camera turned around in a little bit here, but just want to hold this guy up. So this is the Aoshima. This is a Vmax, and pardon me, Aoshima makes actually quite a few of these. This one, I got to look back behind me now, is 4C407. So that's what this one is. Really nice little model. This is the first bike that I built after I came back to the hobby. Oh, here comes Key to say hi. And yeah, I mean, many years ago, I built up a Tamiya NSR 500, Freddie Spencer's bike. I mentioned that in a previous video. Going to build another one here soon, and this went together very similar to the Tamiya kits. So, really liking it. This is a 1/12 scale. Little light customizing the air holes, vent holes in the disc brakes. I actually drilled those out with my wow stick. Same with the ones in the back, actually the wrong side. So drilled those out as well. And when I did the speedometer and the gauge cluster, after those were decals, and after I put the decals in, then I gave them, filled them in with the testers, the window making glue, clear parts cement and window maker. And this stuff is really great. It goes on cloudy, and then it dries clear, so it gives you that glass effect over the gauges. So the gauge cluster actually looks real. Same with the speedometer. So that's what we got. I'm just going to set this down, and I'll get the camera turned around, and we'll just kind of take another little view of it. But there's not a lot left, and my shop steward is here to visit as well. So who knows, he might wander through the frame too. So let me get the camera turned around. We'll take a peek at this guy. Thanks. All right, we're back. So, like I said, this is a Vmax, Aoshima Vmax 4C407, so 2007. 062302 is the kit number if you're interested. And like I said, Aoshima has made a lot of Vmax kits. I was on Plaza Japan this weekend looking at the Aoshima kits, and I mean, I think there might be like 8 or 10 of these. I mean, there's that many. And I did see one that was a bigger scale. This is the 1/12, like I mentioned, but I think they've got a 1/8 or a 1/6, but that would just be too big. So the bikes, I build 1/24th, 1/25th. I got some 1/12th. I got some 1/16th. The Evil Iron's 1/8. But these bikes, I'm staying at 1/12. I just the 1/6 and stuff that Tamiya does, gorgeous. But yeah, I just had to pick a spot and stick with it. The paint on this, speaking of Tamiya, this is the TS60 Pearl Green. So I just wanted something a little bit different for this bike. I'm gonna pick it up again, but I just wanted to get it down here. So, but it, again, it builds up as I remember this bike, and I say as I remember. This is a 2007, like I said, but I remember back in the 80s when they first came out, when they being Yamaha first came out with the Vmax. And I had a Honda 650 Nighthawk, which to this day I still love, and I wish they'd do a model of, but they won't. And a buddy of mine had a Yamaha, so we were in the Yamaha dealership, and they had the kind of in-store commercial playing for the Vmax. And this thing, their in-store commercial nowadays would probably be, it would scare people, because basically the test rider sat on this bike and did a line lock and ran that line lock until he shredded the rear tire. And as you see, the rear tires on these things, excuse me, the rear tires were quite chunky. So, you know, that was a lot of meat, and it did not take this guy long to shred that tire. It was very cool. But nowadays somebody would probably squawk about it. So, but that's you know, that's my Aoshima Vmax. Okay, in case you heard something, I'm going to turn this around real quick. We can look up behind me, and the shop steward is moving around. And, dude, okay, come on, go. Excuse me, folks. I'm just going to pause the camera for a moment. Key stopping by. He wants to make sure that Helga, over from RKD Scaleworks, sees this. So, Key and Helga, they've got a long distance romance going on, I guess. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to doing more bikes. I've got some another NSR 500 coming. So I've mentioned in a previous video, I'm going to build up the Freddie Spencer bike that I built when I was a kid. I'm also going to build up the Wayne Gardner bike, the Aussie champion back in the day. But love this bike, and I hope you folks did as well. And so that's about it. Thanks for checking it out, and thanks to Paul over at Left Coast Models for hosting this, or creating this idea, hosting the Model Cars and Coffee, the Sunday Model Cars and Coffee. It's very cool, and you know, I'm really enjoying checking out, you know, other folks' builds, and hopefully folks are enjoying checking out mine. So thanks a lot. Have a great remainder of the weekend. Go Bills. Talk to y'all later.